I like to travel for free. I do so with the points and miles I earn from my credit cards. I travel a lot. Sometimes I'll take multiple trips a month, often by myself on a business trip, or with my wife and 3 kids on one of our frequent vacations. In fact, on an average year, I'll consume over $50,000 in airline tickets and hotel rooms, paying for just a small fraction of that in taxes and fees. Who here is ready to travel for free? All right. If you're not taking your travel rewards seriously, you are leaving tens of thousands of dollars a year on the table. Travel rewards is the low-hanging fruit of frugality. Okay, so first you're thinking, how is this possible? It's possible because the credit card industry is somewhat unique in that it's both extremely competitive yet highly profitable at the same time. I mean, we know it's competitive because we're constantly seeing ads for new credit cards everywhere we go. And yet we also know it's profitable because who here can name a card issuer that's gone out of business? So next you're probably thinking, well, how is this sustainable? Well, I've been a travel rewards enthusiast for over 20 years, and I can tell you that every year, all the major card issuers are constantly releasing new cards with increased benefits and more valuable rewards. Think of it like cell phones that are constantly coming out with new and more powerful features. But of course, you're probably thinking, is this responsible? Is it going to ruin my credit? Well, the first rule of travel rewards and earning them has always been to avoid interest charges by paying your balance in full. If you're not doing that, this game isn't for you. I could go into detail on debt to credit ratios and all sorts of nuances of consumer credit. But it all boils down to this simple rule. Pay your bills on time and don't carry any debt, and it's impossible not to have excellent credit. I have more credit cards than most people, about 15 to 20. I don't recommend that for everybody. You should never have any more credit cards than you can manage responsibly. But I can also tell you that I have a very high credit score, that when the mortgage rates were low, we qualified for a home mortgage rate under 3%. So it's not something you have to worry about. So I started, I could illustrate how this works with a story from my own family. My father comes to me last year, and he found an offer for 200,000 points for signing up for the American Express Business Platinum card. And he asked me if he should take it. And I said, Dad, if I hand you a check for $10,000, no strings attached, should you cash it? So he earns the 200,000 points, and he comes to me a few months later, and he wants to take my then 12-year-old daughter to Europe on a trip, just the two of them. I was able to help him use those 200,000 points to get 2 round-trip business class tickets to Europe. These are the ones with the lie-flat seats that most people can only dream about. This is over $10,000 worth of airfare. So I'm not just someone who uses points and miles. I've made a career over the last 20 years of helping others do the same. I was a freelance writer. I've written for over 100 outlets. I've written thousands of articles. I was even the first contributor to the popular website, The Points Guy. I am not the Points Guy. He's much taller than me. But I also wrote a book, plainly titled enough, Travel for Free. But what I'm doing these days is offering a different kind of solution. So who here is ready to learn how to travel for free? I think this is appealing to a lot of people. And over the years, I've learned that writing all these articles is great, but people come to me and say, Jason, how do I do this? So here's what I can offer you. You go to jasonsteele.com, and that's Steele with an E on the end, or use the QR code. That'll appear here in a moment. And you'll find several different offers. First, I have a list of my favorite credit cards, along with what makes these cards unique and who they're best for. Real quick and easy. Next, I have a newsletter that you could sign up for. And of course, the book, Travel for Free. But think of it like when you're sick or you're injured. You don't really want to go to medical school. You don't really want to buy a medical textbook, right? You want to go to somebody who's going to examine your situation and offer you solutions. Well, I'm not a doctor, but the problem that I can cure is actually paying for travel. And instead of writing articles like I used to, I've changed my focus to something I've done a lot of. I've done over 200 of these award travel consultations. You could think of me as a certified points planner. And it's a lot of fun for both me and my clients, I think, because what I do is I take an intake of your credit cards, your balances of points and miles, your travel goals, your travel dreams, your travel habits. And this is different for everybody, depending on which side of town you live on, which airport you use, depending on if you want to take one trip in first class or two trips in economy, depending on, of course, where you want to go and the size of your household. And I create a customized travel plan for you. And so if you go to my website, you could sign up for a free 15-minute consultation where I'm going to give you some tips and tricks. I'm going to tell you more about my consultations. And one of the neat things about these consultations is I tell you a lot of things that are in the book and a lot of things I've written in my articles. And I also tell you a lot of things I can't write in my articles that aren't in the book. Okay? And there's nothing illegal about it. It's just the kinds of things that if it got out there, if the credit card issuers, the airlines, the hotels knew I was talking about every day, they wouldn't be too happy. Because if everyone did it, it wouldn't work. So go to jasonsteele.com, find my favorite credit cards, sign up for the book, sign up for the newsletter. And if you're one of the first 10 people here today to sign up for my newsletter, I will send you a free copy of the book because we're out of them here. And if you're a content producer, a podcaster, I'll send you a copy of the book. I'll even give you an award travel consultation so that I can show you how this works and how it can benefit you and your family. Because ultimately, the only thing more fun than taking a great vacation is taking one for free. Thank you.